Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look here and breaking down the new characters. Not going to be doing an in-depth breakdown of Goku, but we get to see some things like his stats here. And I'll just go over and highlight some of the things that I think are going to make this character utterly ridiculous. But I do want to take a look at Majin Duu because we really don't know anything about him. And then we should have some new equipment to take a look at as well. So for Goku, let's go ahead and see what his stats are looking like here. So Goku, oh, that's that is a high amount of strike. So he's a very strike-oriented character. That is a pretty big differential. So that is a 24,000 difference essentially between strike and blast here. So if we factor in the title boost, we got to take our title boost plus arts boost. We subtract about 8,000, so he's going to be about 265 to strike, which is pretty damn high for an LF character. Blast is going to be very low. It's going to be low 240s. And then defenses, strike defense is solid, almost 180. But blast defense is, what is that, like 175? I guess, yeah, I'll take this. I mean, I would prefer if they had characters a bit more even in terms of stats, because we never know what the future of like the team builds are going to look like for this character. But Daima for now is certainly much more strike oriented with the red Super Saiyan Goku. We have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Those guys are both strike based. Tamagami is strike based. Ku is like, but he can go either way. I've not looked at Duu yet, but I'm assuming that Duu is also going to be more strike oriented, but he seems like probably a defensive character. We'll see. He holds a healing and damage strike card. He's on Saiyan, Sun Family, and Daima, and he's got Super Saiyan 4 as a tag. The only thing I could really see that's interesting about this is this might allow him to use some like GT-based equips. That could be interesting. I haven't looked at this. I have to take a look at this and see what equipment options he actually has available. But I've seen some people like not very, because one of the things this character does is he's got indestructible when you have a full Daima team. And I've seen some people like, oh, he's not going to be very good off of Daima. I don't think that's the case. He's going to be better on Daima, but he should still be fairly competent on like just a Sun Family or a Saiyan team as well. So it's not like he's restricted to Daima indefinitely. He's going to be, pretty good off of Daima as well. But just two things I wanted to highlight here. Again, I did my super in-depth breakdown yesterday. So take a look at that if you want to see like a mega in-depth look at the character. But yeah, he's got HP on his Z ability here, which is ridiculous. So the first thing I want to just highlight real quick is going to be this mechanic right here. The following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character... Oh, no, sorry, it's actually this one. Following effects occur when ally is hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on standby. So when this character is not on the battlefield, he is going to cancel enemy buff effects. That is insane because it cancels enemy cover null. So what that will allow you to do is from standby, you'll cancel their cover null, and then because this Goku has a double cover change against strike and blast cards, like 3 times only, he can switch in, cover change, and then hit the opponent with a blue card if you have one. So that is a really powerful effect. And not even just against cover null. Like, most characters these days have stacking damage, right? A lot of characters just get damage buffs whenever they use cards. So this will allow you to kind of remove and debuff the opponents whenever they attack you for the first time. That's, I think, pretty important to note as well. And then the second thing to highlight here is the unique gauge is very similar to like Ultra Super Gogeta, where it fills up every time you use an arts card. This character's gauge, though, let me just see this. So he has 2 instances here. He gets buffs when the gauge fills up, and then when he empties the gauge by using a strike or a blast card, he also, yeah, when the gauge is full, if he uses a blue, he gets buffs from that as well. But when he uses a strike or a blast card to empty the gauge, he's getting buffs again. So he's getting, when the gauge fills up, he's getting a blue card, 20% health, 50 key, and canceling all of his debuffs. And then when you reset the gauge, he's getting 40 key, 2 cards, damage, cover null, and card destruction immunity. So when you fill the gauge up and immediately just go into resetting it, you're getting 90 ki from doing that. That is pretty ridiculous. And then the other thing just to quickly show is his last man standing capabilities. This is something you're going to have to keep in mind when you're fighting against this character. Like if you're going for like a kill, like let's say your opponent is using a team with this Goku on it, and you go for a kill on their second to last character and they still have Goku left, you have to keep in mind your Vanish is about to get removed and you're about to be locked in for 10 counts. Do you have a way of getting around that with your current character? If you don't, you might as well just accept that you're about to lose the character, right? He's removing your Vanish, locking you in, drawing an ultimate, basically fully healing, getting double card draw speed, and becoming immune to card destruction. So you kill their second to last character, this Goku enters the battlefield, and he's basically just set up to kill you immediately. The only way around this is you either use a rush on the character, but you have to kind of wait for them to use their ultimate first, because if you just rush them right away, they could just vanish you. The second way is if you have some way of getting Vanish back. That's really important. Like if you're using Majin Duu or something, you want to try and save a green card to get your Vanish back in this situation, because otherwise you're just going to die. So yeah, you have to be aware of this when you're fighting this Goku. So that's just something to remember. But this guy seems absolutely ridiculous. Let's take a look at Majin Duu. So, oh, he's a range type. Okay. I thought he would be a defense type, because we really don't have like a mega powerful defensive character. I guess Tamagami 3 could be like a pretty good defensive character, but I mean, if this guy's purple, are you really running him still? I don't know. We'll see. All right. So, you know, I find it pretty funny because what they've been doing with purple recently is they've really not given us any major characters. The only one we have is the Cell Games Goku, right? We have Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who released in July of 2024. And then since that point, we've gotten just that Super Saiyan Goku as a new LF or Ultra character that's purple. Every other purple character has been like a side 1% sparking, right? We got Tamagami, we got Purple 17, now we're getting Majin Duu. So they're relegating a lot of these purple releases to just like 1% sparking characters, which is interesting. But at some point, we are going to be getting a monster purple, just because green is the best color in the game right now. All right, let's check and see what he's got here. Majin Duu. Okay. His stats almost look like they're set up for him to be a defense type, because his offense is... So first of all, his strike attack is terrible. It's like low 230s, which is bad. And even his blast is like not great. I mean, he's going to be sub 250 to blast, which is, again, that's not ideal. But defenses are pretty good. He's over 180 to both. All right, that's very good. So it looks like he's almost like it looks. If you were just to show me this stat spread here, I would tell you that this is a defensive type character, but he's ranged. Okay. Yeah, so this is the one weakness between both of the Majins, both Ku and Duu. They are only on the Daima team. And even with Ku in particular, he's even more... I mean, we haven't looked at Duu yet, but not only is Majin Ku on Daima, but he has specific mechanics and interactions with Daima tag allies. So you can't even, like, run him in the leader slot to his full potential because he needs Daima allies. So we'll see if they do the same thing with Duu here. So Duu has a strike and a blast with ki. Okay. Okay, no blast armor. That is important to know. His blast is sustained damage cut penetration. 10% for 10 counts. That is basically just the same thing that Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta has. Double shot breath is a long-ranged blue. Something we're going to have to test is this a projectile blue? Or is this a beam blue? So from the preview video, it is kind of just like an energy ball, but we've seen that type of attack be classified as both. Like the free-to-play purple Super Saiyan Gogeta character has like a ball attack, and that is a projectile. But we also have other characters that have like a similar style attack to that is classified as a beam and behaves like a beam. Massive explode damage. Applies the following effects: self-pawn activation, 30 ki, 20% special move damage for 3 counts. Falling effects occur on hit. 20% special move damage inflicted. Oh, permanent. Okay. Reduce enemy ki by 80. Okay. Inflicts enemy that should be downgrade minus 80% to ki recovery. That's actually really annoying. Minus 80 ki and then ki recovery down minus 80%. Yeah, whenever you have effects like this, that's not only ki down, but then also ki recovery down, that is way stronger because a lot of times these characters will just have so much ki recovery that even if you reduce their ki by like 100, they're going to be regenerating all the ki back up so quickly that by the time the animation ends, like they're already back up to like 50 ki. But if you have minus 80% ki recovery, that's not going to be the case. So that is pretty strong. All right, I'm hoping this is not an AoE green. Okay, good, it's not. It's just a stop time green card. Randomly draws one new card. Restores own health by 10%, ki by 40. Okay, so he's healing himself. Card draw speed by 1 level for 15 counts. Also randomly applies 1 to 3 of the following effects. This is very similar to like Kid Buu. 20% damage for 15 counts, 3 different instances. So we can get up to 60% damage from this. Huh. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draw... Oh, he draws an ultimate? If 60 timer counts have elapsed. Wow. Sphere attack rush. Okay, so deals massive explode damage, 50% ultimate damage for 3 counts. Okay, he actually does get endurance nullification, which is pretty strong. Sometimes we see ultimates on like 1% sparkings that don't nullify endurance, but this guy does have that, so that's good. All right, on hits, 20% ultimate damage permanently. Destroys 3 enemy cards, and then minus 2 card draw speed for 10 counts. That, again, similar to the way that the ki reduction plus ki recovery down debuffs work. Card killing and then card draw speed down, like the double whammy effect that has is very strong. So yeah, he can use this multiple times, so he can stack damage here and then use it again. All right, main ability, draws those rewards cards, Sphere Attack Rush, increases own Dragon Balls by 1, that's strong. Restores ally health by 20%. Oh, he's healing the team? Wow. And ki by 30. 25% of damage inflicted by Daima. Okay, he's supporting from his main. 25%. Shortens ally subcount by 5. Yeah, this is a strong main. This is a really good main. Ultimate Dragon Ball team heal, supporting the team and shortening subcount. That is a very, very, very good main ability. That's really good. All right. So Daima, Strike and Blast. Okay, double defense. Majin Duu also buffs double defense. And then 15% to Daima Blast defense. So it's Daima purple or blue. Okay. All right. Oh, just 210% damage? Okay. Falling effects occur when battle starts. 210% damage. 70% reduced damage received. Reduces impact and explode damage by 10%. 50% to own ki recovery. Card draw speed. Minus 10 to own special move arts cost. Okay. So he's got 40 cost long range blue, which is pretty good. 20% to ally tag Daima health restoration. Wow. That's really good because the team, like, dude, Goku is gonna heal so much. Majin Duu already heals 15% for the whole team whenever he tags out. Goku, when he enters the battlefield, is healing 15%. He's healing from like so many different sources too. That's pretty crazy. 20% health restoration. Wow. Falling effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draws one new card. Okay. 30 ki. Oh, he's got cover null for 5 counts. Wow. Oh, he's got type neutral defensively for 5 counts. Shortens allied tag Daima sub counts by 1. And then destroys a card. Yeah, a lot of sub count manipulation on this team. A lot. Remember, he's got sub count manipulation with his main. Applies the following effects to self every 3 timer counts while this character is on the battlefield. This is also very Kid Buu-esque. Restores health by 3% and ki by 15. 10% damage inflicted up to 5 times. Minus 3 to strike and blast its cost. Okay. For 15 counts? Wow. Plus 10% to critical rate. Up to he's going to get to 50% critical rate? That's permanent. Wow. 50% is a lot. Applies the following effects to self when this character performs a vanishing step. Draws a card. Restores vanishing gauge by 80%. Okay. 20% damage, and then cover null for 5 counts. Huh. 80%. The reason why 80% vanish is so crazy is because that's Blue 17's vanish mechanic. The reason why that's so good is because 80% is so high that by the time the vanish animation ends, you can immediately vanish again. It's like they're functionally, there's no difference between 80 and 100%. It's the same thing. Yeah, that's okay. That's really good. Okay, so he has a actually this is good, a cover change against strikes, and the reason why that's good is because a lot of Daima characters just have like Vegeta and Ku both have blast cover changes, so I actually do like that he has a straight cover change. Falling effects occur when an enemy activates an ultimate, awakened, or rising rush when this character is not defeated. Own health by 25%. Cancels own attribute downgrades in normal conditions, activates once. Shortens ally sub count by 3. Cancels enemies' buff effects. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 50% to ultimate and awakened arts power 5 counts. So he's buff removing from standby because it's while this character is not defeated. Yeah. Buff removal from standby on this guy. And he doesn't even have to be on the battlefield for the sub counts to be manipulated. Right? So if you're switched in with like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, right? Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta reduces ally sub count by 3 when they use a rush or an ultimate, right? And this guy from standby is going to be reducing ally sub count by 3. So, okay. Following effects occur every time the enemy uses a special move arts card while this character is on the battlefield. 15% health, cancels own attribute downgrades in normal conditions, activates 3 times. Okay. Cancels enemy buff effects against blues, activates 3 times. Yeah, that's good. So, like, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. So, yeah, this guy's going to be good against Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta because Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, number 1, he gets endurance nullification on his blue. And then number 2, he goes type neutral when you activate his like card draw mechanic where like you only have 1 or 2 cards in your hand and you press a card. He will be type neutral with that, but if he goes for a type neutral endurance nullifying blue here, Duu is going to remove his type neutrality and he's going to remove his endurance nullification, so he's very safe against him. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 40% to special move power. Yeah, this is like Blue 17. Yeah. Following effects occur based on the number of times this character is hit by enemy arts attacks while on the battlefield. 1 time is reduced impact damage received by 10%. Okay, so that's... yeah, that's on top of the 10% he already has. 2 times obscures all enemy cards for 5 counts. Okay. Yeah, that is pretty insane. Now, this kind of makes more sense now. Right? If you obscure an enemy's hand, they have a pretty decent chance of like accidentally pressing their blue that's in their hand because they don't know where it is. And then you activate this if they use the blue. 15% healing, deleting buffs, lowering power, like, okay. And then 3 times as reduce enemy key by 40. Falling effects occur when own health reaches 0. Yeah, he's got endurance too. Restores own health by 30%. Shortens ally sub count by 5. 100% chance to inflict all enemies with paralyze. Are you kidding me? Why did they add that? Take that off. No, why did they put that there? Oh my god. Yeah, he looks ridiculous to me. The one, I don't know if I want to even call this a flaw, but the one like kind of thing I'm looking at and I'm kind of, you know, about is he doesn't have blast armor. that is like, that's just becoming more important. It's every single time we get a new release, like just having blast armor. It might not seem that important, but it really is. It really is. Especially with this character that has a ranged blue. So if you don't have blast armor and you don't have a melee blue with blast armor, it's very easy for the opponent to just go for a quick attack blast against this character. Like, that is a very, very safe way to initiate against this unit, is just having a quick attack and blast. I guess the one thing, though, is he does have the vanish restoration, 80%, but this is once, like, this is not every time he enters the battlefield. This is just once only in the fight. So, yeah. He seems pretty damn good. I think they did a good job with this. He's also supporting with his main. Like, yeah, Majin Duu seems very strong. Okay, let's check out some equips. Let's see what we got here. Archive. So we should have a new co-op equip, and we should have a new awakened equip at the very least here. PvP still has a week left. Okay, this is the new co-op equip. This is just Daima. Okay, so, 12% health. That is good. We have 12% to base blast, 15% to pure blast defense when 3 battle members are Daima, and then the same thing for strike. This is good. This is a good equip. 15% to pure defenses, 12% health is a lot. Usually it's 10. 12 is good. And then 12% to base offenses. Yeah, this is a solid equip for Daima for sure. And then we should have an awakened equip as well, because Rush is resetting this week. It is, oh yeah, this is, okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about, where the Goku has a Super Saiyan, Goku has Super Saiyan 4. It's the same tag, they didn't make it a different tag than the GT one. So we could get Super Saiyan 4 stuff here. Sun Family. 15% to strike attack, 15% to strike defense and blast defense, 15% to pure strike when tagged Super Saiyan 4 as a battle member, and then 15% to pure blast defense when battle style melee type is a battle member. Okay, but this isn't like super restrictive though. %15 pure and base strike, double base defense, and then 15% pure blast defense. Yeah, this is a good equip. This isn't like, oh my god, insane. I mean, if it had health on it, it would be. But this is like, this is a pretty like easy to use equip, I think. Right? Super Saiyan 4, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta fulfills both these requirements too, right? He's a Super Saiyan 4 who's a melee type. The Tag 4s, when they eventually get a Zenkai and or a unique equipment, right? They're Super Saiyan 4 and a melee type. So like, this is not that hard to do. Huh. Yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, well, there we go. That is this update. I think we are also getting... I saw a new raid is coming out, which is honestly at this point they're just chaining raids every single like 2 weeks, basically. It's pretty crazy. And then we are also getting like an eraser farming event I saw. So pretty decent update this week. Let me know what you guys think of Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Majin Duu, and the new equipment. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be doing a live summoning stream for Goku, and then, of course, we're going to jump into the typical showcases. But yeah, let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in the next one.